H&W Masters Grand Final. We are starting with the game for third as a warm-up here at 6:30 a.m. To sum up this tournament just a little, here is... what the hell? This is the wrong screen. Lynn was the winner of Group A back... I don't know, it feels like it's been forever since this started. Here we go. Defeating Sowin, Colorful, and Infi in the group stages as a leader of this, went into the playoffs. 1-0 was struggling a little after being defeated by Lucifer in the last game there in an undead mirror. Apart from that, 2-1 against against Focus and 2-0 against Linguagua. They were in the same group in Group A. That was the group of death. Lynn defeated 1-0 here, 2-1 on Echo Owls and Terenas stand respectively, with a lot of faster action, so maybe we'll see that again. Yesterday, both players lost. 1-0 was defeated by Moon, 2-0. Lynn was defeated by Lawliot, 2-1. Here are your players, and we are ready to get in game.
Historically, between the two, it's been really even. If you check out the stats on Warcraft3.info, 1-0 versus Lynn, it's 46% win rate for 1-0, 54 for Lynn in series. So yeah, that is very close indeed. But if you take a closer look at 2019, they have played 6 times already, which is quite a bit actually. And 5 out of those 6 went to Lynn.
Ooh, okay, I was a little off on my prediction then. Did not expect this.
Yeah, I was surprised as well when I looked this up. So yeah, it seems like more recently, it's been going Lynn's way here in 2019. Farseer had been a strategy that he has been developing. Tier 2 expansion later on with Torrent Chieftain. Echo Isles, however, has always been the prime Blade Master map, but this will be disregarded. It is going to be a Farseer after all here for Lynn.
Before we go into this game, thank you very much Danboy D for the 20-month resub and Korak5 for the 20-month resub as well. Starting off nicely with a bit of support for us. A little bit unusual to have this as the best of 3, as it is about so much money, as we recapped earlier before the game started. This is $4,400 for the loser of this match, $7,400 for the winner. And if I'm not mistaken, 1-0 will surpass TH and Infi in earnings with this result. Oh, actually not. Not 100%. He needs to win this, and then he surpasses both of them.
Alright, decent year so far for him. DK starting off with an interesting creep route here. Didn't even scout the main of the orcs. Is going for the Remo special creep route in the middle, it seems. Which can certainly be dangerous against orc if the Farseer or the Blade Master, whatever, is aggressive against the Acolytes. That's exactly what's happening. This is going to be a bit of a headache for 1-0 to deal with. He may even have to use the TP here to keep his economy safe.
As he can walk into this with the Wolves, Frost Tower is not ready yet, so Acolytes are under attack, and this will at least delay the attack a little. He has the resources, has a backup Acolyte as well, so he's quite ballsy here, and techs while the Wolves are in the base, not delaying this tech. Confident in his micro, and in the meantime, Skeletons and Acolyte and DK are taking down these Berserkers, but this Deathlight is already losing quite some HP, and Lynn knew exactly what's up.
Confident play though by 1-0, not sweating this Farseer. I guess it was just, you know, Farseer level 1, no Chain Lightning, no Scroll of Speed. So with good micro, he was able to keep those Acolytes alive rather well. DK was hoping for a quick level 2 here with getting the Ogre Mauler, but Lynn, too smart, was sniffing this out, did not allow for it. And yeah, good job here preventing. Basically, both players doing a good job preventing what the opponent was up to with just the most meager means at their disposal.
That's true. We've seen this creep route by 1-0 more and more. It's not the super crazy creep route where he steals the Ogre Magi very early on with DK and a couple of Skeletons. But, you know, if you take the 6 o'clock position, that's not too bad either. There is attack advantage for Lynn. It's very obvious, like 1/3, I guess. Skeleton Harass starts now, but that should be safe with Peons in the burrows. Nothing really to attack. So Harass continues. We have a Fiend out that makes it way easier to deal with the Wolves, as they are rather squishy. And now creeping intensifies for 1-0 as he desperately needs levels.
Kind of the same for the Farseer. Level 1 is okay for him, but you certainly do want level 2. Ideally, you want to hit level 3 at a decent timing as well. Long before destroyers are out, because then the wolves are still good. And finally, there's some creeping being done by the grunts across the map, taking out that Ogre Mauler. Last hit. Oh, who got it? 1-0 got it.
Yeah.
But the item goes to the Farseer here, picks up that circlet, and keeps on being annoying here. For 1-0, DK hits level 2 and moving across, trying to steal the item from the Ogre Mauler, I think. Yeah, but exactly. That may have been destroyed. Oh no, it's still there. Lin is trying to block for it.
How do you see it's still there?
He wouldn't be blocking if it wasn't there.
Ah, well, that's smart, man.
So 1-0 gets it. Wand of Lightning Shield. Ooh.
Well, against Orc. Well, in a peon line that can still hurt. 2 Fiends out for 1-0. He's positioning himself rather aggressively. And this is neat. 2 Fiends with the Forest, Skeletons, DK, Ogre Magi. This is not to be expected, and Lin is a little blindsided now.
Another skeleton in the south sees Lin's movement. This is the predictable strat. TC comes out, creeps up the natural, peon coming over, tier 2 expansion. Something that Lin has been doing for a while. Is there a peon coming? There certainly is. So this is a cool creep route by 1-0, but it leaves him low HP with like everything, making it harder to cancel this expansion. It looks neat what he did here, but I'm not sure that it's the right play. Because he can't really cancel an expansion now, can he? Maybe he can, but it's looking kind of risky.
He could go for a potion. His slaughterhouse is a bit delayed as he prioritizes the Lich and the tier 3. But he gets level 3 here, and maybe that is more important in the long run. It's only 2-1, soon to be 2-2 on the Orc side with the Mercenary Camp. Now this expansion will take forever. Maybe he does have the time. The downside is the Fiends are very low as well. The only healthy unit is the Lich, and he's not that scary yet. Not deciding for a skill build at the moment, but here we have Frost Arm already.
Skeletons being sent over by themselves. It's 4 skeletons towards the expansion. Don't think that's enough damage for the kill, but look at the Orc force right now. It's 1 raider who didn't even have Ensnare until now. This expansion could have been cancelled easily, but wasn't really doable, I guess. And a Fiend gets lost there as well because the DK is standing I don't know where, in the middle of nowhere. That was completely unnecessary as well. 1-0 is moving over for the cancel and will be getting it. But by now we have 2 raiders, I think, with an Ensnare. About to have it anyways.
This is quite a commitment by 1-0. There's gonna be hero focus, very sure. Oh no, going for the units here to get more experience. Could have gone for the DK and force a town portal early. He's trying to fight out, but no way. Nice surround by Lin right there. This raider is safe no matter what. Another Ensnare, and this will result in another kill if he's not portaling. Using it aggressively for the kill, doesn't even get it. Fiend shot gets it in the end. But another Fiend dead. It wasn't fast enough with the TP, and that's 3 Fiends lost in the early. Yeah, good levels, but that's it. Like, expansion cancel as well.
Yeah, but that's horrible for 1-0.
Oh, 4.
Here died another one, yeah. And that was just... yeah, that wasn't perfect.
For once it wasn't perfect.
First of all, there wasn't frost armor on everything. If you go aggressively across the map and you have a level 1 Lich, there's no need to save mana for Nova since you don't have Nova, meaning you should spam frost armor on everything already when you're on the way there. That makes putting damage on the Fiends more difficult. The TP was late. He stayed around after the cancel and really didn't get anything done there. Sometimes these top units are a little bit stubborn with their overextensions, thinking they can fight because they have outstanding micro, but at the end of the day they just don't have enough stuff. As we can see here, there's no Fiends here. It's only statues. There's no damage output in this undead army. He's got the orb, that's okay, but that's all he has.
He's losing so much more. Lin even saving this raider with great micro, and the stun super close to 3 years. Same for the Farseer, has decent right clicks with his inventory. And 1-0 has basically nothing to work with. Had to pull a ghoul even. And how is this supposed to work, man? He's at 27 supply at 9 minutes. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, this was way too expensive from an early game for him. I think focusing on the level 3 was a big mistake. When you play against this strat, which Lin has displayed so many times, there's a big timing window where there's only one raider. When there's only one raider, you don't have too much to fear. But he waited longer for the TC to hit level 2, for the army to become bigger. That could have been an easier cancel for him, but he kind of missed the perfect window for that. And Lin is playing it really well. All the credit to him. He's doing a great job here. Did a great job punishing 1-0 for just his slightly mistimed aggression, which was too late.
Lin is even looking for a counter expansion for like a Hail Mary play or something. But 1-0 is not doing that at all, just using his resources for the army. We have reinforced defenses, so there's no comeback in killing Orc Burrows, which we've seen yesterday a couple of times. And the mage was stolen, level
3. More claws of attack, TC with the boots, with the claws himself. Will be given the invul here later, and Lin playing it smart, ready for the counter attack. His expansion is the point of weakness, I guess. This is what he wants to defend most. And just with his aggressive move now into the undead base, he is forcing a response over here. 1-0, can't go for a counterattack. It's going to be too expensive.
Dark Ranger third, but of course far away. No TP used, another Fiend caught by Ensnare. There's a decent backline by now. Oh, nice coil, last second. Gets the first kill here, but of course can't keep the Fiend alive forever. Lich is pretty hurt as well, but the lack of damage. The Fiend was eaten by the Kodo and TP out.
Beautiful TP. With that, saves the Raider, gets the Kodo out of there. Lin is playing this really, really well.
Yeah. Super solid. There is a safety burrow for the working man at the expansion. Now 1-0 is moving over, but again, no inventory at all. He has a mana potion. That's it. And still not even close to 50 supply. TC sees it. What's up? Double Kodo actually. And a Berserker.
Yeah, and if you have this much more supply, being tier 2 versus tier 3 usually isn't even that much of a problem anymore. There's so much orc stuff to chew through. For that, usually you need high level heroes, level 3 lit especially, which is not the case. Still only 2 Fiends. I feel like he's never been at more than 2 or maybe 3 Fiends this entire game. They just keep on dying over and over. Coil will save that one. Nova into the backline. Okay, wanted to get a couple of kills, but guess what? The Dark Ranger falls. Decent position here, I guess. However, the Lich kind of split away from the army. Gonna be hard to keep that one safe. Just blocked away. Can't join the forces, I guess. Scroll speed, moving forward, looking for the DK. He doesn't have a TP anymore. He hits level 4. May have to go for Death Pact here to stay alive. But the TC says, okay, I guess I go for the Fiends then instead. Or does he? Ensnare's on cooldown at the moment. The Lich surrounded by a massive orc army and gets surrounded. There's one more coil. Oh, there's more actually. With the mana potion, perhaps he can fight his way out. No, he can't. Surround is stuck. Coil's still on cooldown. And he gets the kill. GG. 1-0.
Damn, Lin. This was not what I expected on Echo Isles here. The Farseer play working again. 1-0 got out of that little chokehold in the early stages of the game. Like this very first harass didn't really work too well. No acolytes were dying, but the tech was fast. He got that tier 2 hero advantage, got the expo up in the end. And with that, pretty solid, man. These 4 Fiend losses in the early mid-game, that was just way too much. No way to recover from that.
Can't be allowed. Absolutely. I think the Ogre Magi creep there was the problem. If you go across the map with level 2, that's enough for the cancel. Kill the base, kill the peon, TP out if you have to, and then take the game from there. If the expansion is late for the orc, that should be fine usually. But that was also the best map to do this on. This was Echo Isles. This is a good expansion map, easy to creep with the TC coming out second. So this was probably the best map to make that strat work on, excuse me. And now on our second map, we'll be going onto Turtle Rock, which will be a completely different affair. Imagine a tier 2 TC creeping up with only 3 grunts here. These are hard expansion maps. They are really hard expansion camps over here. So if 120 then tries to go for the creep jack on this map, this could be very dangerous.
This is actually the same map order that we've had in the round of 8 between the two. And Lin tried to play a faster here on Turtle Rock. I'm not 100% sure it was close position. I do think so. But yeah, this would be okay, I guess. What's up? I get a message here. Gotta respond to that real quick. Yeah, it depends, of course, a lot on the positions.
When was that? 19th? What happened in that game? I don't really remember, to be honest with you.
19th, that's a week ago from now. That is like 1,000 games between them, and that are now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, come on, Neil. We had Friday off. Basically, we were having such a lax casting schedule. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's true. Also, only 2 games a day.
Only 2 tournaments today. What is this?
We got really lazy recently.
Yeah. I mean, what happened to our 17-hour days at Iron Couch, man? We gotta get back in shape, Neil. We gotta get back in shape. What do you say? After this cast, we do some ladder streams, and then after WGL, we do some, I don't know, community maps.
Yeah, replay analysis as well. Like
replay analysis. Yeah, let's do that.
I will do some super in-depth replay analysis with all my knowledge I gathered. No, man. After the stream, it's time to vote.
Oh my God, are we getting political? Oh, Jesus. No, please don't, Neo.
Just saying, if you are a European citizen or EU citizen, you should not be lazy today and do vote.
One minute here to go for our second game. Remember, guys, best of 3 here only. So Lin, 1 step away from that juicy prize money. $7,500, which sounds like a lot. Whenever we talk to Lin about prize money,
it's just peanuts for guys like me. Okay.
That's usually Lin's views on this, yeah.
Yeah, Lin this year only around $4,000. Not the biggest surprise, as he was struggling against Night Elves so much. We have so many Night Elves in these tournaments, and yeah, lacking the results until now. A top 4 position for him, pretty decent, I guess. As we go into map number 2, and this is cross position on Turtle Rock. So Lin basically doubling his prize money, no matter how this game ends. Or even tripling his prize money with only 1 tournament.
That's pretty good. That sounds like a nice trip over the weekend, doesn't it?
Go skiing again? Skiing again?
Skiing again?
He likes that.
I totally didn't remember. Really? He told us?
Yes.
We could have bonded over that. I fucking love skiing, dude.
Okay, I hate it.
Where do you go skiing in China?
I don't know. The country is big. They have everything, basically, right? Maybe in Harbin, where it was minus 40 degrees and they have these ice statues.
Yeah, true. That does make sense. Cold weather plus mountains should make it pretty easy. Next time I meet him, perhaps I'm gonna ask him if he can invite me to a skiing trip. He didn't invite me to the wedding. He still has to make up for that, dude.
Okay, so fast zero blade. It's the blade this time. Switching it up compared to the round of 8 on this map. Understandable, I'd say.
Yeah.
With so many creep spots, so much experience. It is decent to creep with wolves here because of all the turtles with medium armor, but a blade master can get to the shops. They give you vision and good items, and a blade is never to be underestimated. Anyway, thank you, Thor Machine, again for the 1, 2, 3 bits.
Yeah, I mean, Echo Isle is also a very strong Blade Master map, but it may have to do more with the expansion. Echo Isles being good for Tier 2 expansion, Turtle Rock really not being good for Tier 2 Expo. So this should be a very different style. This should be the normal meta build. Blade Master into Shadow, into Tier 3 Rush with a 1 borrowed tech to get that Tier 3 rolling nice and early, go triple hero. And this is certainly a good map for it, isn't it? Echo Isle struggles with being low on creep camps, low on items and experience. Turtle Rock, not the case. Even when you get your tier 3 third hero Torrent Chieftain out, you're still going to be able to easily creep level 2, perhaps even level 3. And that is exactly how the Orc wants.
Okay. Both players, of course, representing newbie 1-2-0. I mean, Lawlight with the best result for newbie in this tournament, and that seems to be repeating recently. That among 1-2-0 Lin and Lawlight, the guy with the lesser name gets the best results. Good for his prestige and his standing in the clan, of course.
Good scouting here with the Acolyte. Saw the movement of the Grunt and the Blade Master, saw the circlet being picked up. So the Blade Master paying respect to, or Lin paying respect to 1-2-0, not going to the Ogre Magi, deeming it too dangerous. The DK might be showing up somewhere. So he's going for the smaller item carrying creeps first, with the ring here not too lucky. I guess 1-2-0 is making good use of one of the weaknesses Orc early game. There's no really opportunity to scout. You have one Grunt, one Blade Master. There's no peon anywhere, there's no skeletons anywhere, so Lin really can't know where the DK is, where the other way around, 1-2-0 does know where his opponent is, so the Death Knight can go for somewhat greedier camps, whereas the Blade Master had to play it safe and had to be more careful.
Yeah, and that's why the DK is already at level 2 finally. Compared to Echo Isles, this is a little faster. Oh, Blade Master's into for the steal, but didn't get it right.
DK got the experience, Slippers on the ground, Blade picks it up, he has to use this speed though to make inventory space.
+5 damage already, great attack speed on this Blade. But the DK can't complain anyway. This will be +9 for the Lich right away. Starting the Super Lich. Someone tell Roddy to tune in.
Continuously great scouting here by 1-2-0, finds the Blade Master again. Can't really do anything about the Ogre Warrior here. Oh, no, he steals the last hit. Holy crap, dude. Are you serious?
That's so hard with the Fiend projectile speed. It's so... I don't know how to describe it. It's...
Dude, look at the Acolyte again. Guess where he is. Exactly where the Blade Master is for the next camp. Oh, now Lin is taking quite the risk, though. He is going for it despite not knowing where the DK is. That could have been really scary, but not fun. He's sticking around? Are you serious? He lost his Scroll of Speed earlier. What?
A player's forces are under attack.
That was super risky.
Okay, gets the ring for it.
Yeah, 1-2-0 doesn't punish him. Blade Master inventory looking hella scary, man. That's the dream. But DK here may have ignored the Blade Master's attempts for quite a bit, but got some progress certainly done himself. Now it's the Blade Master's time to do a bit of harass. Finding the undead at the red camp. Doesn't want to allow this one, but 1-2-0 changes his mind. It's like, it's a little too scary. I don't know about this one so much. Gonna back it up. If Lin continues to be so... well, somewhat reckless, I guess. He may even try to snipe the Warlord over here with the Blade Master only. No. Blade Master sitting in the river here, making sure the undead isn't around, and now going for it with the Grunts. Well done. And for one, the Scouting Skeleton loses track of the Orc.
Okay, let's see what the Blade Master is able to find here. Vampiric Aura, of course, the best. We see a tier 3 tech, and the Shadow Hunter making his way through the middle of the turtle, back of the turtle. Death Knight level 3 with this. And Sobi Mask. Ooh. Can hide the face of the SH now. And gather more and more mana. This is gonna be great later. But 1-2-0 gets the next big creep spot, the red spot, the biggest drops on this map. Will take some time here. And he's creeping. Okay, now with the Lich. I thought it would be a little bit of a wasted experience if the Lich is not here, but alright.
And once again, he's going to be sacrificing quite a few HP for this, isn't he? Well, I guess it's okay. The DK here is certainly hurt. May have to TP out after a Hex, but usually in this matchup, nowadays, Orcs, when they play like this tier 3 rush style, really don't play aggressively. Focus every now and then, rarely if he has a good early game. But Lin here is playing it more passively. Solo creeping now with the Shadow Hunter as the Blade Master hit his level 3, can go on the stalking mission. Lich already level 2. Picked up a bit of solo experience, I guess, here from the camp. Was this a Tome of Experience? I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Early Banshee House, Neo. Look at the main.
Again.
I am very
Very
happy with this. Good choice. Excellent choice.
Good pressure by Lindo onto this DK. No potion on him, but should be fine in the end. You don't want to dive in too early. Yeah, Remo, you've been the biggest fan of this early Banshee transition.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it necessarily has to be before tier 3, but, you know, at the latest, when you have the Dark Ranger, go for the Banshee House. But 1-0 is delaying the Dark Ranger. In fact, it's supply stuck at the moment. It's probably a bit of a macro mistake. Can't go for the DR just yet. Blade Master doing a good job, continuously being annoying, slowing down the creep in here. Can't find any kills, can't steal any creeps. 1-0 is too good for that, but he slowed him down. He forced a little bit more mana, put a little bit of damage on the DK on the stat here, you know what. But mainly buying space for the Shadow Hunter across the map, who, whoopsie, loses the grunt to the creeps, not the best usage there, but Tome of Experience and Catgut's Pipe. Holy shit, those
this
drops.
mana on the Shadow Hunter is gonna be nuts with the Sobi Mask and the Catgut's Pipe.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Also for the TC third, this is gonna be amazing. Yeah, this is one hell of a drop.
And Lin is already going for walkers for the Dispel against the early curse. That's the perfect item.
1-0 sold the Helm of Valor, by the way. Lots of gold there. Usually it's really good for the Dark Ranger, or pretty good for the Dark Ranger. Blade Master gets the steal, but not the item. 1-0 faster there. Picks up the Greater Invul. Would have been great for the Blade Master.
A second Greater Invul, but Lich is still not level 3 and we're like 9 minutes in. This is starting to be a little late. But
1-0 is playing this only dual hero so far.
yeah.
He's not getting up another Ziggurat. He can't go to above 50. Level 3 Lich. Thanks to this, I guess. Lots of consumables going to 1-0, of course, here. Alright, and off we go, battling for the turtle again. Last hit goes to 1-0, but item goes to the Blade Master with the Wand of Mana stealing. No curses on the blade just yet. But I think no units died there, right?
I don't think so either. Nope, both at 50 supply now. And Lin is buying time for the walkers. On the backside of this, I thought this would be a big push as 1-0 was going for the consumables so hard and was going for the early Banshees, but no, he's expanding on the back of this, buying more time, one more rat spot up for grabs as well.
And playing this dual hero, this is so unusual, guys. This is extremely unusual. But 1-0 gets the third consumable, and this time it's the greater mana. Holy shit, he's got 2 big invuls and the big mana.
So, and in the long run though, Lin will have a lot more mana to work with, thanks to the Catgut's Pipe and the Sobi.
One
But
Raider
this is
will
like
be falling.
a burst mana boost. And the Kodo is down as well. 1-0 starting this nicely. Turtle is attacking here as well.
And how's Lin supposed to engage into this? It's such a weird position. Already, Lin's army is pretty small over here. Nice. Hex finds him a kill onto the Fiend. Well done there by Lin. Cost him quite a bit of mana though as well. Long range coil gets the return kill. Walker falls as well. Throw speed still running. Lin wants to get more done, but he doesn't have the biggest army here anymore.
Can't. He lost 10 supply here in this engagement. 1-0, I think, lost like 1 unit or so. And he's getting the big turtle. Claw +9 would be gigantic for this Lich. Pendant of energy. Okay. 4.5. I don't know what you think about this, but it kind of smells like we're getting game 3.
Peon over at the expansion has now seen this, but it's too late to cancel this with a Blade Master only. Blade here trying to slow down. How many misses are there gonna be? Oh, gets the kill on the Banshee. Okay. Nice little pickoff.
So Lin's army got a little better not too long ago. We have the Berserkers now. We get Walkers now for Spirit Link. And there's no Dispel this time. There's no Destroyers. At least I haven't seen any yet. And of course he has Dispel for the Curse. So that's a big upgrade.
Yeah, that's also why the Walkers are so good against the Banshees. It's kind of weird to play Banshees plus Destroyers. So many groups to manage, so much lumber as well that this takes. So usually it's either Destroyers or Banshees. Because 1-2-0 has played both before as well. And 1-2-0 is just willingly giving up this expansion. You realize, okay, this is scouted, but I'm gonna unsummon it now. And this, of course, takes time off of Lin, where 1-2-0 could continuously creep, but shouldn't you have perhaps prioritized trying to defend the expansion? Wouldn't that have been a win condition? But I guess he's just re-expanding, doing it now in the bottom left.
Yeah, at the tail of the turtle, at the same time attacking. Do we have a speed scroll or a TP? We do have a speed scroll. Might be forced into that soon. No reinforced defenses.
Yep.
In my opinion, a major mistake by Lin. And now he's just hiding behind or he could just hide behind the buildings. He has a
1-2-0 has
right?
TP out of this though. He's got no more mana. Yeah, using the TP. Losing one more Fiend. One more Banshee there. Well done by Lin finding the weak point.
Lin is not really supply stuck yet. Needs to rebuild this burrow, of course, but it was very important for him to keep the second burrow alive.
A player's
Or
forces are under
intact,
attack.
I guess. Thank you, Muka, coming in for his signature €5. Muka, an early bird today. Nice to see you here, mate.
Pit Lord time. No Dark Ranger. Whew, okay. It's
Double
gonna be
win.
mass damage mitigation, but this TC has no answer. However, TC not yet level 3. Trying to get that level 3 now, trying to creep up a little bit more. Banshee taken out almost immediately, but the coil is there in time.
Great Master plus 25 with this attack speed. But no big crits yet, as he decided to go for Windwalk too.
No invul on the blade here is also a little bit scary, but now Lin wants to go in with the TC in the front line. There's no silence against these stomps. Here comes the Howl of Terror, and now we're gonna have the double damage mitigation. Koda comes forward, gets the Devourer off right away. Burrow won't work. There's a Watcher Ward right here to reveal. Great start to the fight for Lin. Losing only one Grunt here, changed for 2 Fiends basically. 1 killed off, 1 in the stomach. But he's falling back now.
Did you
Covering-
see the Blade Master's buff and debuff line back then? It was like completely filled with everything. That's so sick, man. How many effects are in these fights now? But 1-2-0
DK,
has the
by the
expansion
way.
up again.
Almost level 5 Death Knight. And
Yeah.
this is the cool thing about going for third heroes so late. You get your other 2 heroes really high level really quickly. And this makes a lot of sense with the Pit Lord. He's a 1-point wonder. He's always good on level 1, but he doesn't necessarily scale the best. Unless you go against like Huntresses and whatever, cleave attack. But against Orc, not so much. TC really wants level 3. Lin is close, but he doesn't quite have it yet. Blade Master finds the expansion again, by the way.
Oh, the misses save the Acolyte. So mining continues. So you want to it's so hard for Lin to push this because of like there's 2 chokes.
Now we have a Destroyer as well. We have Destroyers, Banshees. Really hard to micro, but of course, 1-2-0, one of the best.
Master training almost done for the walkers. But there's only 1. Oh, Fiend Deception. This would be level 4, level 2 critical strike.
And getting close to level 3 TC as well. Smart play. Oh, gives him the solo experience for the level 4. Okay. I think level 3 TC is better, but alright. 60 supply versus 60. If Lin doesn't win this fight, he probably loses this game. A lot of pressure now on him.
Blade Master
And
kind of
we
needs to
go.
carry with this big crit, but misses the crit! Oh, the Banshee curse in full effect again. He's diving for that Destroyer. Exposes the Headhunters, of course. Level 5 for the DK. Howl of Terror being used. Lich in trouble, but there's plenty of coils to work with.
Going for the Berserker here first is trying to do 1-2-0 so that the Destroyer can't be dealt with, and the Berserker are dying pretty quickly here indeed. Banshees still plenty of them left in the back. Blade Master's not trying to kill them. Also the statues healing over and over, not being dealt with at all. I think that's the big mistake here by Lin. Not trying to kill off these statues, and there's so much regen. Now the shop is finishing for 1-2-0 as well. It's pretty even trading so far, I guess, but with that shop and with these high level heroes, 1-2-0 seems to be taking this. Coil coming in against the Fiend. Lin doesn't seem to have the damage up with these curses. Not being dispelled either. Finally we have a dispel coming in. Disenchant from the Walker here. But now level 2 for the Pit Lord as well. Another Howl of Terror coming in. Double level ups for the Orc heroes. Level 3 now for the TC, but doesn't have mana anymore for the Stomp. Lich was in a bit of trouble there, but more coils to be used. And with that shop here, it's basically endless mana. DK still with a penalty of energy. And the Banshees and the statue still alive in the back. This is not the way this is supposed to be. Blade Master still with a sick attack speed, finding kills, but only onto the Fiend. They're easy to replace, and the TC is not, as he dies to the Coil Nova. And 1-0 is defending at his expansion.
That looks so good for the 22-year-old undead talent. He's wiping out more and more headhunters, gets the Fiend back with this Kodo kill. This is less damage for the Blade Master, can't rely on the crits, and that's why he's tapping out here. GG! We go full distance in the game for third in the internal newbie battle. How many crits did Lin miss there? I counted at least 3.
Yeah, I may have mentioned this once or twice before. Banshees are really good against Orc. They're really good.
I'm not too sure if he was too light on the walkers. There was only one, I think.
Yeah.
And that's certainly not enough. With
also
Howl
the Destroyer. There was only one Destroyer in that fight. How did that survive for so long? Usually that gets ensnared, gets focused, and it's dead immediately. Blade Master targeting also a little questionable. Usually he windwalks into the back, goes for the statues die, no more regen. But it was a really awkward position. 1-0 wisely was standing in that choke point. Lin couldn't just speed scroll forward and focus all of his targets out as he wanted to. So that was a tough fight, certainly, for Lin to try to win. But really interesting play by 1-0, right? Skipping the third hero for such a long time, going for a 50 supply expansion, kind of a tactical expo, which was luring Lin over to the other side of the map where there was nothing left to gain. And 1-0 just vacuumed up the other big camps on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and especially since the defensive potential for the bottom left or upper right expansion is so much easier than this open battleground that you have at the starting position. So that was very smart.
The big danger there was TC level 3 might just be owning the fights, but TC never got to level 3. Well, he got at the very, very end, but that wasn't good enough. Pit Lord here, double damage mitigation, dude. Curse plus Howl of Terror. Damn.
Yeah. I was surprised to see that as well, working out nicely, but of course he worked his way into that position to be able to go Banshees and to be able to go Pit Lord that late, and that was a strong DK play. There was a strong early game. There was not losing 4 Fiends in the early, maybe. And that means we're gonna get our game 3. The decision in the game for third, the decision in the warm-up match is gonna happen on Concealed Hill. Sorry. And we'll go right into it.
Is this time now to go back to the Farseer? The old meta didn't work out so well here for Lin, whereas his Farseer early on Echo Island looked very good. Opening-wise, we're seeing the same from 1-0, starting off with the Tet Fiend build order, and of course, Alter into Barracks from Lin. If he wants to go for this fast expansion, though, it's not that easy. This is Concealed. This is a tough expansion map to creep. Usually the TC will be out a lot earlier than the Lich will, if it is gonna be this Farseer TC play. So, not sure that 1-0 is gonna try to be aggressive against it already during the creeping. But okay, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Neo, I want to have your call here first.
In the round of 8, Lin was playing Farseer on Blade Master maps and Blade Master on Farseer maps. So far, it's pretty standard. I'd say he's going for a Farseer here now. Standard.
I would have said the same, but there is a chance for Shadowhunter shenanigans as well.
Oh, true. But it's a Blade.
Man, we're both wrong. Okay. It is Blade. All right. Which basically already tells us no tier 2 no tier 2 expansion, and again tier 3 normal meta.
I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. Gotta carry this for a sec.
Thank you very much, Dry Sky H420 for the 100 bits. Excited about the Pit Lord. And Amaterasu with a 3-month resub. 10 p.m. here in California. So glad I get to see this Final 4. I'm staying up all night to watch this. Cheers. Thank you very much, man. I'm excited that you're excited, dude. Yeah, we have some of the best players here battling it out in our early European hours. Late for you Cali boys. And then later on, after a bit of a break, we're going to have the best of Europe colliding for a chance for the 2 qualifying slots for WGL.
Hell
later
yeah.
on today.
Lower bracket round 2, Hawk versus Foggy. Holy shit, this is gonna be hype.
Forces are under attack.
And Cash versus Happy, the rematch of the MTW Legendary Cup quarterfinals. Also not to be underestimated. Blade Master starts with Gloves of Haste, decent. DK always a little later than his Orc Pendant. With a Ted Fiend build, of course. And Lin creeping a little faster than his opponent is. Attacking a little faster, sorry.
1-0 here, going for the no narrow tech. Slightly greedy, but not really. We don't see this Blade Master aggressive movement anymore anyways. And once again, the outstanding Acolyte scouting that we saw in the last game. I guess here it's a little bit easier. There's only so many camps that the Blade Master can realistically be at. Is he going to be lucky enough for the Tome of Experience? No. Tome of Knowledge, half a circlet here. Grunt this time being used for scouting as well. But the DK should safely be able to get level 2 here. He just saw the Blade Master a second ago. Oh, but the Blade is coming in for the harass against the Ziggurat. Holy crap, haven't seen this in forever. And this is gonna be a cancel. That's gonna delay the second Fiend at least by quite a while.
You can just easily walk out with Windwalk, of course. Doesn't matter if he's surrounded now or not. Boom, down he goes. And he stays in... blocking! Blocking the area. So he can't position the Ziggurat now here to wall off the base. That's so smart.
Want to wait for the dust there, but mind games between the two. He's like, oh yeah, Windwalk's gonna end anyways. I don't have to use the dust. But the second Ziggurat is gonna be really late. So 1-0 is gonna be stuck on one Fiend for a long time. Whereas the second Grunt for Lin should almost be out already. Yep, it's gonna be coming here in a moment. Both players very close to level 2. Wait, did Lin earlier steal the turtle? He did, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, otherwise...
Wow, with the Grunt, holy shit. We didn't even see that.
Cannot prevent level 2 though. But helps him to get closer to critical strike. Now the Ziggurat is coming.
A player's forces
But yeah, this is really hard to creep now for 1-0, right?
Yeah, so 1-0 wants to be aggressive here, wants to be annoying, wants to slow down Lin, because he can't really creep as quickly as Lin can. So this is going to be, yeah, a bit of back and forth, a bit of poking and prodding. This camp is a little bit dangerous with a Huntsman and ensnare randomly onto a Fiend. Could result in a kill. Oh, guess what? There's an ensnare. But is it enough damage? Uncertain. Good movement by Lin, and he's got the surround. 3 units surround!
Wow. And it starts again. The history of Echo Isles. It is repeating. An echo from the past.
Yeah, and that was just a little too careless by 1-0. Usually, if you're an undead player, you know, that happens to you enough on ladder, so you know, oh, ensnare creeps are dangerous. But here it slipped his mind for a moment, and that is quite a significant early game kill, absolutely.
Yeah. Especially since that was the only Fiend. Okay, now he has another one. Standard builds by both of them. Lich, no tier... Okay, he's waiting for the tier 3 and Slaughterhouse on Lin's side. He's teching to tier 3 already. Shadowhunter is out as well. And wow, the scouting again.
Yeah.
He wanted to go for the Ogre to lure it out and hex it and creep it easily, but the Skeleton is aware, so he can't go for it. Can he? That's so risky.
Skeletons everywhere. Everywhere there are skeletons.
But dude, he's just doing it.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0's busy with the lab.
Yep. He's doing it, but it's gonna take a long time. He's trapping it in the main again, I think. Yeah, we've seen this before.
Blizzard, fix please!
I don't know. Like, is this even broken? I mean, it's kind of strong, but this takes forever. And you're on your side of the map, so it's not too easy to get up to the next important camp, you know. I think
There
it's
we go.
Players' forces are under attack.
Hood of Cunning. Good for the SH and Blade Master alike. But yeah, that's how you get the biggest creep on the map.
DK in the meantime, though, got a greater mana potion, which is also amazing. Well, it is amazing. The Hood of Cunning, isn't it so amazing?
Remo, you know what is amazing as well?
Temple of the Damned! Give me that Banshee house, yo.
Again, during the tier 3 tech. And yeah, we all like that a lot. It was very effective on Turtle Rock already.
Oh, greater
And
mana
big
for
mana
Lin here as
again.
well.
Yep.
Yep. So once again, this is going to be a lot of lumber that 1-0 is using before being tier 3. May very well mean a delayed third hero again. Death Knight not yet level 3. Wanting to go for the natural. Is Lin thinking about being aggressive against this? Skeleton Scouting once again sees the orc movement here. And normally, this would be the Shadowhunter's time to just keep on creeping to level 3. But, oh, this is pretty unusual. Lin wants to be aggressive right now. With level 2 Shadow, and with quite a few of his units hurt already, actually.
If you think about it, this 2-hero build makes a lot of sense because Shadowhunter is only level 2 at the moment, needs to creep himself for level 3. The third hero will be the TC. Level 1 Storm is good, of course, but not crazy good. So you don't need the silence too much if you can get level 3 Coil instead. So I really like this move, the delayed third hero.
I wonder if he's going then Dark Ranger this time or Pit Lord again. We'll see. First Banshee is out now. Of course, she's primarily there for the Blade Master, so a single Banshee is good enough for a long time. Claws +9 now for the Lich. That's going to be a very welcome find. Blade Master coming in for a few more steals. Gets that one. And if he gets this one as well, that's going to be level 3 prevented. DK gets it.
Still facing this Drake. That takes forever here.
Yeah. But it's going to be level 3 in the end.
And TC is out as well. Needs to invest in another. Ah, no, yes, the orb. Ease. Scourge Bone Chimes. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what you want.
It's going to be very nice regen for the Blade Master, especially. Who still has the greater mana, interestingly. Gave it over now to the Shadowhunter. Yep, that looks like the better idea. Is there an invul available in the shop? There is. 1-0 didn't steal it, so the Blade goes for it. And reinforcements being caught off, exactly what Lin was hoping for. Gets the Banshee. Didn't curse the Blade Master just yet, and 1-0 here up on the high ground. Very easy to predict now where the undead is, thanks to that Banshee movement. Lich almost level 3, but not quite there yet. No third hero either for 1-0. This is not a good time to fight for him, I don't think.
He does have a TP though, if he's not hexed, of course. Lin aiming for the statues immediately, getting a little nuke off, but saves that raider to the right-hand side where a fountain, of course, can be found. Kodo walks away with the speed scroll, has eaten, and 1-0 is continue. Oh, that heal wave last second. This time, though, he will not be able to save that raider. This is level 3 for 1-0, level 2 Nova.
Getting a few more kills here. Another heal wave coming in. Greater mana has already been used. 1-0 still without a third hero over here. More Banshees coming in from the main. Absolutely everything is cursed over here. It's dropping somewhat low, but Death Knight has more coils to use. Many more coils to use. Has to use one there on the Lich. One Frost Armor is left available. Looks like no borrow for those Fiends, by the way. Oh my god, the Grunt's just barely escaping. DK trying to get those kills. Great sort of speed there as well. Nice saves by Lin. Excellent saves.
Yeah, pretty sick escapes. This Fiend cannot be saved, though. Oh, barely any mana. Okay, 1-0 still has a statue. Let's take a look into the base. 1, 2, 3, 4 units super hurt. The Kodo got away with that Fiend in the stomach. Of course, there's vision now, wherever the Kodo is.
But look how many units Lin saved, dude. This is absolutely insane. Oh, 1-0 is so close to finding him.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Lin is
Right around
engaging. Oh, shows himself.
It's still no third hero. Still no third hero for 1-0.
Yeah, what's the time to go for that? Last time was level 5 DK, but that's far away.
I would have thought like 2 Banshees into third hero would have been a good timing, but no. Coil Nova. 1 Raider down.
That's the last bit of mana on the Lich, though. And he
Greater
got it.
mana for the Raider. Oh, and he gets out of range.
Forces are under
That
attack.
stings. Oh, never mind. Chasing him down with more coils. Shadowhunter's already out of mana. He can't fight.
Well,
Could
there's
use
a
speed scroll
fountain.
again.
Fountain and Vamp Aura. Could be nice. Big mana potion use. This is resulting in more kills.
Where's the blade? Taking out a statue on the other side of the map.
Absolutely missing. This chase is pretty damn good for 1-0. 1,000 gold by Lin, though.
Looks like he wants to go for a tiny. 1-0 chasing for more kills. Lich at the moment out of mana, but the Kodo is just super slow just naturally. DK might just be able to run it down.
Player's forces are under attack.
Then now going in for the fight, or at least faking to, trying to save this Kodo beast. And the Blade Master in the back gets another statue kill. Lin is doing this really well, man. In how much trouble he is, considering, he's doing a great job escaping.
He's losing stuff in the front line like grunts and raiders, but he's killing stuff in the back line with statues, and this prevents the mana regen for quite a bit. You see that on the Lich, you see it on the DK is at 50%. He used the big mana already in that chase.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm
This was
pretty
really well done
impressed.
by Lin, actually.
A player's force.
Lots of
Thank
other
you.
orcs there would have lost way, way more.
Yeah. Thank
1-0
you,
could...
Amait Razu, for the tier 2 sub, actually. Thank you very much for your trust and support.
1-0 continuing to creep. He's gonna have web here done in a second. Take out the Drake then. Blade Master once again, looking for some kills. 1 Banshee taken out, trading it for an Invul over here. Almost gets the next one. Ooh, has to be careful now. Out of mana almost. But once again making this really annoying to creep and draining a lot of mana from the undead heroes.
And get the last hit that be maybe level 4 even. Hard to do though. Oh, web. Oh, the Sobi mask. The experience went to 1-0, but the Sobi mask goes to the
Yeah.
orc.
Forces are under attack.
And the tiny Great Hall. He was saving so much gold. Of course, there's a scout again immediately.
In the top left?
This is pretty crazy, huh?
Lol.
Top left here, and that main base here.
Wait,
Lin
did
with
he
the
see
move.
it though? There was an
Yeah.
Acolyte there for possibly his own expansion. I'm not sure that he's reading this. And the Blade Master again finding more kills. Dude, Lin is playing this so damn well.
TP out. He knows. He must know.
Forces are under attack.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be TPing home. Well, I guess there was an orc force in his base. He doesn't want to lose the temple. We'll see. If he moves over to the upper left, then there's it.
Yeah, it looks like he knows. It
Thank you, Blunt.
definitely looks like he knows.
Yeah. Thank you, Blunt Force, for the 3-month resub. And now, thank God these arcs will be gone. What a storm to open this fight!
Only level 1 though, doesn't last forever. But finally Lin has a decent force. And that was a 6 stomp, even just level 1, hitting the entire army right there. 1-0 doesn't have much mana here at all, actually. Whereas the Shadowhunter suddenly has all the mana in the world to go for heal. Dude, Lin is playing this so amazingly, actually. He's got the Expo over there. He's buying time for these towers. And it looks like he's just winning this fight as it is.
Blade Master with 3, misses 4, misses in a row. Everything misses for him. But yeah, the Dispel solution is coming. Still at 50 supply. He gets the shop control.
Player's
Lin
forces are under
could
attack.
make the top 3 Korean after like 5.5 months of Chinese domination.
And it's just finding kill after kill now. There's no more mana on the undead heroes. No more nuke to fear. There's another stranded statue over there. Lin was playing a beautiful game here. It's not over yet, but it's looking great for him. He's got the expansion up there. He's got towers. Only thing he's really missing is reinforced defenses, which is coming in now. Lin's still rich at 800 gold.
800 gold and double income and fortified towers and totem for the Dispel as well. 1-0, struggling hard.
I think 1-0 just was too late with the third hero here. Go 2 Banshees into third hero. I think that's the way, but staying without third hero for so long, don't know about that, man. Finally, Pit Lord time. Finally.
Maybe too late. Maybe he's arriving too late.
A player's forces
But okay,
are
he's
under
trying to
attack.
push it before reinforced defenses is done. He does have some time. But Lin with... Oh, does he have Stomp actually? Does he have mana for it? Maybe one.
And then once again coming in with a perfect approach. Blade Master in the back, towers to defend. He's holding off here to save his shop. The shop is going to be another massive addition to his force, basically. So 1-0 wants to take out the shop. That's a big deal. That was really important. Blade Master aiming for the statue. Invest the invul early. But it's going to get the destroyer here.
Lin's backline is so much damage. Takes out the destroyer as the Blade Master's not missing for once. Oh, the TC dies! On level 2 only, but the aura is gone. With that, 1-0 can chase a lot better. You don't want to chase it
down
this
there
moment, though.
for a second. Good, punished by 1-2-0, but still so hard to crack this position.
Yeah, reinforced defense is done. He's establishing a shop in the back for more mana, which he kind of needs now. No Tavern revive. It's an Altar revive.
TK from the main with a mana potion. Will be needing more healing here.
The headhunters, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Is there enough damage though? Howl of Terror. Only +6. -1 for walkers. Okay, Fiends at 1-0. First one dies. Late Master 4 and a bit. Hitlord kinda low. Howl of Terror again.
Toto marched forward, got the Devour off here without even being dealt with at all. And this is so much range army. This is the perfect
He's taking
Orc
out
late
so
game
many
army.
Banshees! So many Banshees in the bottom right falling. Statue as well. These Headhunters are doing the job for Lin, I guess. But once not the Blade Master or the Shadow Hunter, he's fighting without the TC and he's still winning it. GG! That's it! The top 3 are all Korean, with Lin defeating his clanmate 1-0. Again, not the super good year of 1-0, only Yule Cup. Not even the top 3 position here. Still $4,500 for 1-0, the 7,700 and the bronze medal go to June Park though, who now stands at around $11,500, making a big jump, surpassing Foggy, Focus, and Lucifer in earnings. And
Congratulations to him. Really well played. That game was a masterclass of Orc. 1-0 lost that series in the first game. Kind of typical 1-0, starting slow in quotes into a series. That first game was far from perfect. Came back in the second, but the third, dude, I think that was amazing how Lin played that. How he saved all these units, bought so much time, and had the perfect usage of Blade Master and found the perfect times to engage as well. That was really impressive.
That had a feeling of the old Lin, for sure. But 1-0 is creeping also. So cool to see how great he's been playing this. This was top-notch Undead Orc.
Yeah. Wouldn't have minded a best of 5 here.
Yeah, absolutely. So that means that the top 3 are concluded. We just have one more question for the H&W Masters. Who's winning it? Moon versus Lawliot. This is a best of 5. Finally, this is about $14,500. Whoever wins this is the most successful Warcraft player in 2019. Or I guess. Pretty close, though. Either Moon's first big title in 2019 after his World Championship win in December 2018, or the first Premiership Championship for Lawliot. You are not allowed to go to bed or anywhere else. You will watch this with us. History will be made here at Back to Warcraft with the H&W Masters. See you in a bit.